Hey, so I wanted to make a slightly vintage look on some cupcakes. I know that the vintage cakes right now, the heart shaped, all the extra piping are really in style. And so I was doing some baby shower cupcakes for little boys. And I thought, well, let me try to make these slightly vintage with a modern twist. So this is just a large round tip for cupcake icing. And I'm just putting a big blob, for lack of a better term, on each one of the cupcakes. And then I'm going back with a Viva paper towel, making sure to use the signature cloth and the softest side, and just pressing down to give myself a nice, flat, smooth finish on top. Using a crusting buttercream, otherwise you'll have to let it sit for quite a long time in order to be able to touch it with the paper towel. But once you've done that, they're gonna be nice and smooth. You'll be able to write on them, pipe on them, whatever you wanna do. I decided to go with the classic bootie that you see in like the old Wilton catalogs and magazines from like the 70s, where it looks like just like a little buttercream shoe piped on each one. And again, I'm using a really large round tip, but this is the tip number 12, so a little smaller than what I had originally iced the cupcakes with. And I just pipe on there a big dollop for the toe and pull back, and then straight up for the ankle part or the boot part of the shoe. And these are kind of like little snow boots. I mean, it is freezing outside. We have 5 inches of snow, so it just seemed like a great idea. And I kind of used a light blue, but it's kind of a dusty blue. So if you're making this, I would suggest maybe using navy blue food coloring. It'll give you more of a matte finish and not so bright blue. And then I went back and tore off a very small piece of that paper towel just to kind of smooth out the top to make that, bring that peak down, and also make sure it's nice and set up straight. I did like the little wrinkles that the round tip gave it because it replicates more of a fabric look, more of a snow boot or sock look for the little shoes. So this is a really great look, and you could do smaller versions of these and put both shoes on the same cupcake if you wanted to, no problem. And then I went back the same blue, but I'm using a number 3 round tip and just piping a little edge on there. You can make it look like yarn. If it was for a little girl in pink, you could use a small ruffle tip like a 101 and make it look like there's ruffles on top of the shoe. Totally your call. And then that same tip, just went and did like a few little shoelaces and added a very simple old school kind of bow right on top. That is it. Very simple. They used to do these all the time on little pedophores or on sheet cakes. I thought they were so cute on the cupcakes. So I did go back and add a couple of more designs to go with it. Some that say baby boy, some that are rosebuds. Very classic, very old school. I loved them.